What's up, guys? It's Joe from Blue Mind here. We got Travis as well.
What's going on?
We are on the Calico Jack out in Raja Ampat, Indonesia. And leading up to this trip, we did a lot of research on YouTube to kind of see what the trip is going to be looking like exactly and what to expect. And we found a lot of great videos on the diving itself, around the area. Right now we're anchored out near Fam, which is close to the famous viewpoint if you Google Raja Ampat, all the cluster of the limestone islands here. But what we didn't come across is a video that actually shows like a day in the life on the boat itself, the dive operation. It's well known that Raja Ampat for the diving is absolutely wonderful, but we kind of wanted to put a video out there to kind of see what you would expect. So this video is a little different than what we've been posting. Nothing is staged. We're halfway through our trip. We're about 5 days in. We've done about 18 dives at this point. We have 33 total, so we have a little less than half to go. So the boat has been, we've been on the boat for almost a week now. There's kind of stuff everywhere. So this video is kind of just going to show you what you would expect if you booked a charter with Calico Jack, which is absolutely unbelievable, by the way. 5 stars immediately, like before the trip's even over. We know the crew, the service is amazing, the food is absolutely wonderful. Our cruise director Jay has been fantastic the whole time, and luckily we have a really good group of people on the boat, so everyone's making memories together, laughing. But basically a day in the life is eat, sleep, dive, read your book. If you look in the water right here, actually we have some blacktip reef sharks that are just swimming along with us, which is so cool. They've been following the boat a little bit anytime we're anchored, really. So let's walk around. We'll show you the boat. We're standing on the bow right now out here, so it's beautiful. So if you go down here, this is kind of our living room area. This is where everyone's taking naps in between dives. You see right here, this is the anchor system that they're using to drop the anchors. There's 2 of them. We got Razor right here. He's one of the crew members. He's been amazing. When you wake up in the morning, you'll be having a cup of coffee handed to you the way you like it. After day 1, they immediately remember how you like your coffee, which is unbelievable. So this is where we eat every day. This is where we do our dive briefings. This is where we have our meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack as well. So typically when you wake up, everyone kind of gathers around the table and waits for the breakfast bell to ring. And then we'll have either breakfast or we'll have a snack before we go diving, because the dives typically start early at 7. So you'll have like coffee and cereal. You'll go diving, and then when you come up from diving, breakfast will be ready. And I eat better here than I do at home. So this is the common area. As you can see, there's stuff absolutely everywhere because we're halfway through our trip. So you'll leave like some snacks out, dive computer, sunglasses, water bottles, whatever. So I'm going to show you one of the cabins now.
Yeah, you can go there.
So down here we have 4 cabins. The way that we're doing our trip, the beds are laid out where there's 2 beds with couples in each room. So those beds don't have a divider, and then the other 2 beds on either side, rooms number 1 and 4, both sleep 2 people. So there's 4 rooms down here, and it's a total of 8 people living down here. So these are the 2 double rooms. I'm going to show you one of the rooms that is using as a couple. So they're pretty spacious, honestly. The bed's huge, super comfortable. There's AC in every single room, and when we're sleeping at night, it is really cold. Like we have to turn the AC off in the middle of the night sometimes. So we'll go this way. So the bathroom's right here. It's a little bit tight, but it's a boat. What do you expect? Toilet, sink, shower, really not much there. Works very clean, works perfectly. The crew actually comes and cleans these rooms every day after we go for our first dive. So just a little peek of another room there. So those rooms over there accommodate 8 people. Let me show you real quick. There's one room up in the front of the boat here.
The first season you can like...
This room's a little more isolated than the rest of the rooms down there. So if you have people that want to sleep a little more and dive less, you could throw them in there. They won't wake up or anything, but there's just 2 more beds down there that are separated. And again, AC and bathroom as well.
Johnny Bananas.
Yeah.
Foxy, say hi.
Hi guys.
We love you. Love you too. So we're gonna go up to the sun deck, take a look at that. So as you see up here, there's some lounge chairs, beautiful couch, very comfortable. We spent one of the nights up here looking at the stars and doing a whole constellation course with Jay. He's right here, he's the cruise director. You can climb up to the top of the sail up there, and we could do some jumps off. It's really high, it's about 45 feet. So not recommended, but fun if you wanted to. This is where the crew drives the boat, obviously. We're not gonna go in there because they're resting, because they have really, really long days and provide exceptional service, so we don't want to disturb them, but that is their HQ down there.
We've also been super lucky with the weather. It hasn't really rained much. When it does, it's only raining for about, I don't know what, like 15, 20 minutes or so.
It's like Florida weather.
Yeah,
It rains,
pretty
but
much.
then sun comes out.
And the water's been beautiful every single day. All the islands and everything that we get to see on our journeys and everything, it's incredible, honestly. And we'll go down.
So this is like a little staging area where there's sunscreen, obviously reef safe sunscreen for the most part, unless you're not going in the water. And then if you look at this board here, we have our dive groups up at the top, and then every dive site that we've done. So there's 33 dives we're gonna do, we've done 18, and these are the names of the site. And then each night is really cool. After you're done with diving, you'll all sit at the table and you'll log your dives, and you really get into the different species of marine life that you saw, which is something new for a lot of people. So you're able to identify even the smaller creatures that you normally wouldn't get that experience, but it's really cool out here because there's so much biodiversity. And then a daily schedule is written on the bottom board, so if you wake up and you forget what the plan is, it's right here. And this is today's plan. So I'll show you guys the kitchen, charging station in here. So this is where the chef cooks all of our delicious meals, and we'll show you some of the food that we're eating in the middle. Foxy and Liz are hanging out in here. So they have a whole power strip here where we can charge anything that we need, which is really cool. A fridge for us and our snacks. They have their fridge and freezers, obviously. Soft drinks. They have something called Ion water here, which is kind of like Gatorade. It's really good, and everyone's been drinking a ton of that to stay hydrated. This is where you could dry your clothes throughout the week if you want. You could do some laundry in the back of the boat as well. We have kayaks on the side, one here and one on the other side. They're both two-person kayaks. And now the fun part. So this is the dive center of the boat.
Dive and smoke shop.
So out here, obviously you see everyone's gear is lined up based on their group. Everyone gets one of these boxes over here. So this is where you can throw your camera gear in, your dive computer, water bottle, whatever you need. And everyone has their own box, so it's easy to recognize. And then these are our trusty speedboats. So typically how the diving goes over here is we will, when the bell rings, we'll do our dive briefing. And after the dive briefing and making sure everyone check their nitrox pressures and whatnot, we'll all load onto the dive boat. So they have two dive boats. They named them Tesla and Bugatti for our trip. I'm sure that changes every time. But the groups are pretty much the same throughout the week. If there needs to be changes, that's no problem, obviously. But we all load in the speedboats, and then it's nothing more than 15 minutes is absolute maximum. Most of the rides out are like 6-7 minutes to the dive sites because the boat can't get obviously so close to the shore. Because the reefs are deep, but then they also get up to 15 feet, 5 meters as well. So we take the speedboats out there. We all do a back roll right into the water at the same time. Some dives with more current is a negative entry, but most of the time it's positive entry into the water, get situated, and then head down all together as a group. Some rinse stations here. There's buckets for the cameras, obviously. This is a freshwater hose that we use to wash our bodies off after every dive because there's a lot of salt in the water out here.
I like diving.
Obviously another whiteboard here to show the dive groups.
Those numbers are also labeled for each tank and everything, so we know which tank is whose and everything. It makes it easier.
And then you could dry all of your wetsuits. Everyone's hanging up their gear after the trip. The beautiful part about diving on a boat like this is the crew is really helpful. They will help you put your gear on once you're on the boat, and then after the dives they unload all of the gear and then fill the tank. So your BCD and regulator setup kind of stay on the same tank the whole time. They hose them off if you want them to, but they're just filling the tanks right with all the gear right on it. So you get one tank for the whole trip. And they have mostly aluminum 80s. There's a couple of aluminum 100s for the people that need a little more gas down there. They have those available. This is the common bathroom. Not everyone really uses it. You really just want to use your own bathroom, but it's there if you need it.
It's actually my number one. I moved it. It's
Honestly, not bad.
Yeah.
Like, they got a lot for like
They have a lot of stuff.
whatever. Yeah.
So this is our map this is how we've sailed so far. We started off in Sarong, that's where we flew into, and we've sailed all the way up to the northern part of Raja Ampat and Wayag, and we've spanned a couple of islands over there, all beautiful lookouts, and now we've been heading south again. So we're over in Pham right now, and then these are all the dives that we've done. So the numbers represent each dive that we've done. So we've really covered a lot of area.
Across the equator.
We did. We crossed the equator as well, so it was really cool. We all went up into the captain's HQ over there and saw the latitude be 0, which was super cool. And everyone took a video. So, hope you guys liked it. That's Calico Jack. If you have any questions, we're on this journey right now, and it's fresh in our minds, so we can answer anything. If you're planning a trip with them, I'd highly recommend it. If you wanted to come on an adventure with us and join our community, we have a bunch of like-minded people that are all here for the same reason. They just want to dive, and they're making lifelong friends. This crew specifically has been diving together on many Blue Mine trips, and many to come in the future. We have Cozumel coming up this summer. We have Galapagos. We're going to have a shark diving in the Bahamas again like we did. Maybe a trip to Belize as well, so stay tuned. We're trying to grow our YouTube page as well. We've been slacking a little bit on that, but we're just kind of getting into the mix with everything. So if you guys could all subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop a comment, that would be super appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the video, and let's go diving. Woo.